I started in Vienna Little League 60 years ago this week.
Oh,
60 years ago. I was 8, and the guy hit a ground ball to me. It went right between my legs, and I've never forgotten it my whole life. But I've scarred my whole life, that ball going between my legs.
All right, so today we're going to sponsor Vienna Little League. It's their 75th anniversary. We've all grown up. You grew up at Vienna Little League.
Yeah.
And now Lundy just entered.
Yeah.
And he started his first practice on Monday. And
But last year did.
No, Justin, you're one of the great coaches of all Little League baseball. Kevin played, I know Kevin played many years, but when he got on the All-Star team with you, that was quite eye-opening.
I used to love going to Kevin's games.
Yeah.
Mainly for the snack bar.
So,
It's not.
Joe is on and tell the funny story. Just
Share.
two bags of the bubble gum.
You didn't like it? You didn't like Snow Guy?
I mean, I like Snow Guys, but I really went for the purple big league too.
Oh,
Kevin, Kevin was there. They call him Big John. He is so big, right? He's a big guy. So we're waiting for him to hit his ball because when he hits, they're gone, right? So he's playing upper field. Sometimes they hit it over that thing at 66.
Yeah.
So Kevin struck out. So I said, hell with it. I'm going to run to McDonald's real quick, grab a plate of fish and come back.
A fillet of
That's steak. It's an 80 degrees day.
I'm walking up. And it's like I'm walking up. Everybody comes rushing me. They go, he did it, he hit it, Mom. I took that fillet of fish and I slammed it on the ground. It exploded as I missed the one great home run.
I can't believe we went to McDonald's during your kid's baseball game for it. Like, what is that?
It's like, well, I was kind of like,
That's the story I've always heard. It was like
Scratch
story or something.
Huh?
Just I remember the story always being
I
told
think
that
you're
he
with-
blamed me for wanting something.
No.
Yeah, and now I know what it was. He's like, Morgan just really needed, that hot-piece chicken nugget, and then really you needed a fillet of fish.
No,
Just
that's the
disgusting.
fondest memory, unfortunately, of being a little.
is the fillet of fish still around? Does that exist?
When I'm
yeah.
not, you just always get the fillet.
Why? We don't have the thing. Maybe we'll go to
Right. Let's go, man. I need to bulk up.
I feel like my mom would have done the same thing. Yeah.
Look, when my wife leaves, she left Kevin in charge of the family. He was 8. She wouldn't leave me in charge of locking doors, feeding dogs, all that stuff.
Well, I just remember the one time you fell asleep on the couch, and I was probably like 4, Kelly 6, and we made our own fishing poles, and we went to Timber Lake to go fishing, and literally we're yelling at Mom, and she's like, "No, where are the kids?" And I think you even knew we told you where we were going. You're like, I think they went fishing. She's like, what the fuck?
They're ice fishing. Like,
I mean, we were dead. Sweat. They're swimming in the pond out back. We were young. I don't ever like that far. It was really a high.
All right, that's enough. I didn't even smell
We
something.
made our own
That's-
pole. Yeah.
She was so mad.
All right, so let's talk about
It's never forget.
I will never forget that. They say fear sticks with you or something. I will never forget her showing up at Timberlake that day.
Yeah, and Kelly has not gone near a lake since. Still has to ask permission.
Is that wrong? That kid go fishing. What's the big
you get
deal?
away with it. It's in the
I actually think we brought Kevin too. I think he was.
Anyway, let's talk about the Wild Wild West. The rules have changed in real estate more in the last week than in the last 50 years of real estate. There's changes. And this is a whole different dynamic than we're used to and that we're about to see. So what happened was Zillow is getting sued with Compass. Everybody's NAR is sued. So lawsuit settled. What they're going to do is a realtor can take a home, put it on preview status instead of coming soon status, and instead of active status. And that home can show up on Zillow. We can promote it. We can market it prior to the coming soon period.
Well, give people a little overview. So this happened, a few days ago, where they
2 days.
They're constantly in battle. Compass for Zillow. You can't just do this private, private network, and then not all the buyers or the companies are going to see it. They're pretty much saying, you shouldn't have to exclusively work with these agents in order to see some of their homes.
Right.
So, a couple of days ago, they said, okay, now Zillow, we're going to do Zillow preview so that we can show it to everyone. It's like
You
about
have,
that, right?
you have Zillow and you have the NAR, National Association of Realtors, which are saying homes should be offered to everybody.
Yes.
You have a company, Compass, that's saying our homes should be offered to just our clients
Exclusives. Yeah.
because they're trying to get the listing and the sale in the same company. We feel, Zillow feels, NAR feels that by offering a home to a small portion of people, you're excluding an entire market. So what happened was Zillow and NAR said, you want to play that game?
Yeah.
Fine. All realtors can put, other than Compass, can put your listings prior to coming soon on preview status at Zillow.
Compass is excluded.
Compass can only do red.
If they can't do
They're kind of red.
and that's why agents, and again, we've had this conversation, we'll get onto it, where it's different. For a buyer's agent, it's very frustrating because someone sends you a home and you go, MLS, okay, not on MLS, all right, look in Zillow, all right, it's not on Zillow. So you're looking at all these different, websites to find the home that your buyer wants to see. They're making you jump through all these hoops, which, by the way, again, Zillow thinks that, or not Zillow, Compass thinks that they're doing their client a favor, but it's like, what favor are you doing by making these agents who have buyers for your home jump through all these hoops in order to even find it?
So that was wrong, and there's no doubt about it. And I don't know what Zillow and Compass relationship is going to be in the future. I don't know. What I know is the lawsuit was Zillow said, if you're going to do that private network crap, you're not on Zillow.
Yeah.
And Zillow is like 85% of the market. So really, you will eliminate that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Moving forward, here's what's going to happen. We'll get a listing. We'll put it in as a certain status, a preview status. We can show it. We can talk about it. We can advertise it. We can market it. We can put it on sale. We can do everything we want. And then people can actually see the home before it goes coming soon. They can put a contract before it goes coming soon. Okay?
Because we're not technically listed.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So a home could go under contract. Contract could kick out. And all this could happen. And then it kicks out and go on the market. Nobody ever know anything happened. So the bottom line is, it's kind of like what we're saying that make me an offer on my house.
I'm buying out price on eBay.
Now, we'll prepare all the houses, and we'll do this because a buyer may walk in. Now, the whole key to this means the whole deal here is you must be with a much more experienced agent to pull this off. Because let's say I put a house on for 1.5. I know the absolute maximum it would get is 1.6 max. If we do this preview and somebody walks in and goes, I'll give you 1.65, all cash, no contingencies, I'm going to look at the side and take it. That's a hell of a deal. So, but just like you guys experienced, who put in the contract? You did?
Yeah.
So you were dealing with an agent that had an office exclusive. And in this office exclusive, the highest bid they could get was $1.8 million, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's the highest number they could get. So they put on the market on MLS and got
And then what'd you 195?
195. So they could have lost $150,000 by doing it pre-market. So I'm not saying, and again, I don't want to be confused here. Is that a tool? It's a tool. But you got to know when to play it and when not to play it, right? If that offer is not up to the maximum amount I think you could ever get on MLS, then, and I know that house can only appraise for 1.55. That's max. If it's 1.65, we got to think twice.
Yeah.
Now, it is up to the seller. We make it clear. It's 1.65. It's all cash. There's no contingencies. I think the highest we're going to get on MLS is 1.6. If we get 1.65, it's a miracle. this guy's offering it for. Why would somebody offer a big number prior to it going on?
Because they're desperate on it. They lost it. They lost
They'll take
3
anything.
houses before, and they've lost the scenario with the people that we lost out on. They lost a bunch of houses.
Now,
Like,
there's
they were
nobody
desperate.
better than you three at getting highest and best offers out of somebody, right? So we could go to someone and we could work them to that high number. If you really want to make sure the seller doesn't put this on the market, it's going to be about 195. If that's what you want. Now, buyer may say, I'll do anything to get this house and keep it from going on the market to everybody else. I'll offer you 195. So our job would be to get 195 in preview. If we don't get it, then it just goes live.
Yeah.
But the whole key to this, getting this maximum exposure. Now, in this preliminary stage, Compass may take it to their 15%. It doesn't go on Zillow. It doesn't go anywhere but Redfin now, I guess. So that's a exposure. But if in prelim, if we could take this to the 1,200 agents that sold a home over $1 million in Vienna, McLean, Arlington, and Oakton, if you can take it to all those agents and have it presented correctly and get them very excited, now you're holding a gun to their head going, if you don't give me the number, it's going on the market.
Yeah.
And that's a powerful leverage that you can have over the buyers or the other agents.
And
You see what I mean?
yeah. And so one thing that I think, and we haven't talked about, but I want to bring up real quick,
Yeah.
as another layer, that why it's going to be important for, we all know when inventory goes up, prices soften, right? So buyers have more options. So this essentially is going to give the illusion that inventory is going up because you're going to see things that you normally wouldn't see coming on the market yet. So, normally we're just looking at coming soons and actives and then bidding on what's there. But now if buyers are able to see homes early, there's more competition essentially. So you're going to have to make sure that your home is in the best condition when you're putting it out to preview. Maybe people are going to not bid on the house that they were going to this weekend and wait for your home to come on, So I just think it's just another
I
layer.
agree with you. Let's take the two stages. One is preliminary stage and the other is active stage. In active, everybody's on Zillow, right? 40% of them don't sell. Okay? Of the 60% that sell, only 20% sell in the proper days. But all ours sell in those days.
Yeah.
Right? So what I'm saying is that still in this preliminary stage, the way you market it, who you send it to, how they see it, how it's presented online, how it's presented with custom websites, how it's been done is just as important in preliminary as it is an active. So I guess
If not more, it's first. Yeah, because
Right.
the first time they're laying it, you screw that up, you screw everything up.
Right.
You screw up that first, you can't just put up a shitty picture and not say a lot about it. And here's a homecoming because then someone might have seen it and then it comes coming soon. It's like, oh, I already saw it. It almost takes away that wow factor
Right.
of it first coming out and something new and fresh.
it still has to be before when something first comes on, this is the way it's going to look. It's going to come on preliminary. Just sign the listing agreement. It's going up. Here's the defining characteristics of this home. Here's one picture. Not going to see the inside. Not going to see a website on it. But as we're fixing it up, then it will have a website and then it'll link into that website. So buyer can say, when you get pictures of this house, please notify me. When this gets preview ready, please notify me. So buyer, let's take Billy, my nephew, but your cousin. He's looking for a home. He wants to know, would love to know up front what's coming on the market. How many calls do you guys get? Because I can tell you how many calls I get.
A lot.
How many calls do you get every week saying, what do you got coming on the market?
Everyone, they're constant.
Okay. Now imagine if you could go to a page and there's everything we have coming on market, looks cool, great pictures, identifies size, age, where it's going to be, what the school systems are going to be. And you can see what we've got in our pipeline, including the new homes from Seekis when they're coming up, what's coming on the market. We had a client, you and I met with a client. She's an older client, wants to downsize. Well, I had lunch with Billy, and he's telling me about the condos on Maple Avenue.
Yeah. Old SunTrust building.
Well, SunTrust Building's down. Didn't her face like
Yeah.
her face?
I want that.
Her face lit up when I talked about it.
Yeah.
And now the condo, they're also putting in condos, two over twos or 2x2s, what Billy call them, in Oakton.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that, but you know what? If Billy puts it on that site, puts it on our site, and we have our listing on the site, and everybody said, go here to see what's coming. Now you can see what's coming soon. And you can click on that thing that says, notify me when one of these units is available.
Yeah.
And so when it's time to preview, Morgan, your website is ready. You're ready to go. You're ready to show it, ready to do an open house. You got 12 people that said, notify me. Maybe it's agents. Maybe it's just a buyer themselves.
You said we can show it in the preview period.
Yes.
And then we go coming soon and we can't show it.
Yes.
And then we go back out.
Yeah.
Yeah, show it again. It's like a little.
It's just, I think it's right now, how I look at it in my head. I don't know why I think of it where it's like comes doing this and then Zillow's like, well, fuck you, now we're going to do the preview. Everyone's like going back and forth. It's like, I think we all, everyone needs to
Here's what it is.
calm
It's
down.
real simple. It's real simple. The rules have changed. And when they change, there are.
Grizzly Shade out of West. Pew, pew.
That's all we're talking about. Yeah, you're just adapting to them.
I adapt. I change. I'm a goddamn Marine, man. We adapt. If you want to talk red, I can talk red.
Yeah.
If that's a game you want to play, I can play that game. Only I tell you what, we're gonna play that game better than anybody you've ever seen. We're gonna have a place where you can come and see, preview properties that are coming in 2 months or 3 months. They'll knock your freaking socks.
CS to CS.
Yeah.
Coming soon to coming soon.
Love it.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's on the way. It's CS2.
That's it. That's not mine.
But that's if I had access to that, I could have worked with that lady last night. I said, look at what's coming in at
Yeah.
Maple Avenue. Look what Seekus is doing on Maple.
Yeah.
Look at what Seekus is doing in Oakton. Look at what is coming on that we have coming on.
And now that's all she wants, really.
Yeah.
She heard
Look
that.
at-
That's the only thing she wants.
Look at the road or the property you have on
I was
the
gonna-
way
I was going to say, I didn't want to.
on the way to Walter.
And everything, but the dog property.
You know what I mean?
The dog property.
As soon as
How perfect is that?
how perfect is that? They
Oh, well, I said it.
Yeah. That dog.
the dog property.
The dog property.
That's right. We're waiting for a dog to pass to someone else. We keep calling up going, how's he doing?
You know what? I respect the shit out of that.
I know.
I love dogs.
I know.
We all love dogs.
I know.
We all love dogs.
But I'll say
But that was
that for that house, it's perfect.
Yeah.
For every list.
perfect for that.
And it scratches an itch from a seller that's saying, what if we did offer it exclusively? What if we could have somebody come in, make me an offer before I have to go coming soon and live? If it's that good, I will tell you, Morgan, the difference between, I say, that's wrong, put it on, try and get 108. When you get 195, go to MLS. It's because I know what that top number
Yeah. And people are leaving money on the table.
and I know if you put on for 1.8, you're leaving money on the table because MLS will get you more. However, I think that the power of somebody not wanting a home to go on the market, I could get them to 195.
The preview period is a make me move.
Right.
Period. Yeah.
Right.
That's what it is. It actually make me move.
It's good for so I won't mention streets or names of the sellers, but we've got two examples. And, one was saying they're currently looking for a home, right? But they, so they're in kind of like a bind, so they don't want to put it on the market. However, they were like, if someone came and offered us a price, we'd move out tomorrow. We'd go get rental until we found what we wanted.
Right.
So having that on there, someone might overpay for something without having to rack up days on the market and actually sell. The other one we met with a couple weeks ago, they're still planning on probably moving a year from now. However, same thing. If someone came in and offered us a great price, we would definitely make moves now.
Right.
So it does give people that option.
So if somebody is
Still
so
bring
anxious,
it to the like the bigger picture, or the bigger
somebody is so anxious, and somebody came in and did the one house that we saw yesterday, and went in and said, "I give you 1.4." Or the day before, I give you 1.4 million. I like it's selling. You might want to take that one.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Thinking about it.
Trust me, it's 125. 1.325 max.
Yeah.
This guy wants 1.4.
Yeah.
Because they're hard up and they need a house.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm not saying this is bad and this is good, but if that opportunity is there, you got to take it. And all I'm saying is we're going to do it better than anybody has ever freaking seen if you change those rules.
And like you said, where you really need a skilled agent to be the one in charge of dealing with this process, because we can tell you if you're leaving money on the table, or we can tell you, oh no, that's good, take that, that.
That's great.
Take that right now,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, back in COVID, when COVID was so hype and interest rates were 2.5%, we would tell our sellers that it's like, you're going to get 12, 15 offers on here. People are going to be kicking down the door. Think about what the buy it now price is, because somebody's going to come in here and just say, what can I do to lock this up?
Right.
And if you have an absurd number, Owls Cove. We
Right.
keep kicking out the door.
Right.
Kicking out the door. We're on the market for 1.2 or 1.25, whatever it was. And some guy calls. It's like, look, man, if you get us 1.5 and no contingencies, close in 2 weeks, sure. And I'm thinking, no fucking way.
Yeah.
Calls you back. Check your inbox, 1.5. No contingencies, 2 week close.
It was just that it was a
Right place, right time, right neighborhood.
Right next to her daughter, had a lot of money, didn't really care about the price. She just wanted to lock it up. So there are instances like that.
Checks all the boxes, and people are willing to pay for you.
Her daughter lived right next door, and she wanted that house. And she was coming from a $3 million house. She doesn't care what she pays for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So will those opportunities happen now? Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I see the vision in my mind exactly how this is going to play out, and it is awesome. And this is a game that you can't play. This is a game you can't play unless you really know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, because now there are moving parts. Now they're coming soon, going live, doing private. It's a new layer of
Room for
market.
amateurs.
This is no time for an amateur. Okay. So anyway,
Well, we can test it out, and then next podcast we can talk about our preview listings.
I'm doing it.
One other thing I thought was kind of interesting. One other thing I thought was kind of interesting. Donnie,
a real daughter would split that with her father. No, never mind. I got one.
I wasn't even done with this one yet.
right here.
Jane.
Donnie sent an email yesterday, though, and he said that Zillow has 10x the exposure of Redfin, which is crazy.
It does. It does.
Like in Zillow, Redfin, I would never think about
I don't know, but when you think of Compass being stuck with Redfin and all these other brokerages now have like an exclusive platform on Zillow, and you know 10x the
I'm being honest with you. I want to be real clear on this. I no longer want to talk about Compass and how terrible I think that is. I want to focus on the opportunity we have right now. This is so. We invented a thing called the predictive analysis that saved us a lot of money and made our sellers a lot of money and made sure that our team does 3 times the business as teams that are twice as big as us. Yeah. Okay. This is 10 times more powerful than that predictive analysis. Yeah. And I'm telling you, that's what's coming. So it's going to help sellers. It will help buyers find a place, even though they might have to pay a premium for it. It will help buyers. It'll put all these things on their radar, more stuff on their radar. So yeah, I think it's good for sellers to have. What do we have? Calls?
Yeah, let's take some calls because people left us voicemails, and I hope
Oh,
it's good as the
I
last time.
opened. The last one was.
If that exciting, we know it's having.
Yeah.
No.
Hello, I have a question. I'm an investor. I'm just wondering, what type of property you guys think will outperform everything else over the next 5 to 10 years? Would be very interested to hear your take. Thank you. Big fan. Toodles.
Toodles. Toodles. Not sure that wouldn't have.
Not good.
Well, first of all,
Jamie.
That's crazy.
Seriously. I like it. I like it.
I can tell you what's not an investment is a condo. Condos have been flat and will always be flat, and ours is going to be flat. Not a good investment. Single family detached have always been the best investment. They've always gone up faster and harder. They do have more maintenance, so you have to be careful with what you buy. Lower price better than higher price. The what's called a cap rate or the return on investment is much higher on smaller houses out away from, this epicenter. Get out towards,
Everyone moves west.
get out towards Purcellville, around Manassas, those areas out there, Haymarket.
Berryville,
Yeah.
Winchester.
Yeah.
Marshall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but seriously, because everyone that goes to Percival, everyone comes from Ashburn out to Percival, and now they get to Percival, and then they move to Berryville. They just keep moving west.
Right.
And then Winchester.
So single family detached is better than condos or townhouses.
It's beautiful.
Farther out you get, the better. The lower price you get, the better. So that's about the theory.
Right.
Did that answer your question, Jamie?
He's got $862,000 to spend.
Shit.
This is your mom.
These guys.
Hi, sorry, I gotta be quiet because I just got my kids to bed. My first time agent, and I just want to know what is one strategy or system that a first time agent should implement. All right, thank you. Sorry for the
A
quiet call.
strategy that a first time agent should, okay.
Get a mentor.
First of all,
yes.
Yeah.
Get him in.
Get a mentor.
You should not be alone. You need to be with agents, not only mentor.
First of all, learn how to step outside after you get your kids to bed.
Don't come next to
Don't
sleeping
follow
child.
next to a sleeping child.
All right.
Go somewhere where you can speak freely. First, you want to answer calls all the time.
Step number one. Real estate is tremendously complicated and should not be in the hands of somebody who's brand new. Work with somebody, partner with somebody that knows what the hell they're doing, and do certain tasks for them that you're capable of doing. You're not capable of pricing, listing. You're capable of showing houses and, showing people things. But really, the fact of listing and pricing and all that stuff and marketing and trying to negotiate contracts needs to be left with more experienced agents.
Be involved in the transaction as kind of like an onlooker there to help extra set of hands and see how the professionals do it, so you can kind of.
And I don't mean for like a year. I mean, you need an apprentice works with people for 5 years, 6 years, 8 years. It is not a 1-year process. This is a profession. It's a very complicated profession, and it keeps moving. So, you got to partner up with somebody who knows what they're doing. Well, Kelly, you started when you came on. You came on with me, and basically, you were just, what do you need me to do? And and you were working and did, following through and doing all that stuff.
He's like, can you go to McDonald's and give me a fish fillet?
We're like, do that. I gotta figure it out. I'll be like, all right.
But you did, and the fact was, after a couple of years, we were leaving a listing, and I said, "Yeah, that looks fine. That looks good." And Kelly started, "Are you crazy?
Yeah.
We're not letting the house sell in that color." And it was that day that she flipped from just doing what she's told to saying, "No, we're not doing it that way. We're changing it." And that's when she started changing the listings and how you set them up. So, that must have been 4 or 5 years after we'd already started.
Yeah.
Working
So
together. So,
I guess, me and you have been doing it together for like 15.
yay.
I was the first team member.
Yeah, we're the first team member.
She's like, and the first time. And,
Yeah.
things.
Favorite daddy's favorite daughter. All right. So you guys got anything else as we go through? Anything else great happen? I would say go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I would just say as the market goes, inventory is the key. We're in the middle of a war. Gas price went up a full dollar a gallon. Interest rates have gone up.
I don't.
That they'd have a suburban.
Yeah. I mean, I went and got gas yesterday. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, mine was $96.
Yeah.
And I had a full tank the other day.
it was $98.
So all of the inventory that was busting loose and the buyers that were excited, it's all down.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. This weekend was crazy.
I will tell you this. I will tell you this, that the people, the sellers have a new life, because a lot of these houses that there was going to be a lot of inventory, there's nobody there.
Yeah.
So when they sell it, they're getting 100, 150,000 more than they thought they were going to get because there's no
There's just nothing out there. There's
So-
nothing to look at.
The sellers, it's a great time for sellers to get out there and do it. But I will say this, the buyers have an opportunity too, because in certain markets, there's more homes withdrawing unsold than are selling. And that's because they were just marketed improperly and overpriced. So there's still opportunities for buyers, but the sellers make it a killing on the good home. All right, so we'll, again, we've returned to the wild, wild west in real estate. You really got to know what you're doing right now to benefit or have sellers or buyers benefit from what's about to happen. This is going to be big, really big, right?
All right, guys, that's it for today. We'll see you next time. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You guys always have
Cheers. Break.
Why is your glass empty?
Was you refilled?
Yeah.